I grew up in Mississippi, in Meridian, back in the late 50s, early 60s. I had one person who really made an impact on my life. It was my mother. Mom was the one who taught us about life, who taught us how to be young men, young boys, who taught us how to believe in ourselves.
You know, I can only imagine. I didn't know him when he was back home in Mississippi, but you can certainly tell that, you know, he's an honorable person. He trusts people, and like I said earlier, he believes in people.
Early on, when I started to work with McDonald's, a lot of my friends, you know, they joked at me, they called me the burger flipper. They said, you know, you're gonna be flipping hamburgers for the rest of your life. But today, when I go back home, you know, they want to call me Mr. McDonald's. I said, no, I'm just Roy, the burger flipper.
He has a very true American dream type story. You know, he started off as a worker in a McDonald's restaurant. He rose through the ranks to own it, which was no easy task. He had to overcome many adversities to reach that.
Initially, when I applied for ownership with McDonald's, I was told, no, you're not qualified. We don't think you're the kind of person that would make a good McDonald's franchisee. It was a hard pill to swallow, but I had to pick myself up. And when I left that interview, I told them I will be back. Within 2 years, I went back and I was approved. And here's how the story goes today. You know, we've grown from 1 to now to 11 restaurants. I've learned, you know, whatever challenge you have, if you work hard, believe in yourself, you know, there's always a way that you can overcome that. You know, you just have to persevere. You can't give up. And that's one of the things that I learned early on. You can't give up. And that's what has helped me and it has driven me down through the years.
Our office manager kept saying, and she kept asking me about it, said, you know, do we see someone with a problem with their voice? And I said, no, that's a ear, nose, throat problem, and we need to refer someone accordingly.
And so my daughter said, well, they won't see you. I said, well, find his office address, and I'm just going to go sit on this door until they see me.
He said, look, I've seen a lot of specialists. I have a problem with my voice. Nobody's been able to help me permanently for about a year, year and a half. The Spirit has basically moved me to be in your office. And I looked at him and I thought that was a very profound statement, but I also felt like, well, that's great, but what do I do for you now? And so
I believe he works hard or harder than anyone in his organization, which means he'll go in and do any part of any job that he asks anyone else to do. I think it's a true leader that does something like that.
Everything that he has achieved, all the success, all the notoriety, you know, is from hard work. As many times as he gets up, and sometimes it gets kind of hard, he never gave up. And I think that's the thing that I really love about him. He never gave up. He doesn't give up on anything.
You know, I view him as a God-fearing man that believes in family, is one who is willing to help someone help themselves in their career ambitions and lifelong goals. He gives them that helping hand up and mentoring in a very candid, coachable, just this is what you need to do. You know, they've got to do the work, but I just see it time and time and time again that he's just doing the right thing for the right reasons.
If somebody needs help, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call them. And that's something I can truly say that's a part of him. Just like his name is Roy Griggs. Helping people, that's a part of him. That is not fake.
He sets the example. If more and more business leaders and other leaders in our community were to do the same thing, it would be terrific. And I think it's the right thing to do to reward people who are already doing the right thing.
He's just engaged in the right organizations doing the right things there.
These young people get a chance to see how he carries himself, how he dresses himself. He can show them how you can start from being anywhere in life and move up and become a success.
I just love him. I really appreciate the example that I do not have to look at a basketball player. I don't have to look at an entertainer for inspiration. I can just say I have an inspiration when I look at my father every single day that he gets up and go to work.